Hello, and welcome back to the Lost Archives. My name's Owen, and we are playing Disco Elysium. Now, last we left off, we crossed over onto the new side of the bridge. We crossed the waterlock into this new area of the map. Over in this area here. I don't think we've got anything else we need to explore there. No, okay, I think that's okay. We're over on this side. Actually, we're close to the church, it looks like. But we did a bit of an exploration of the fishermen's shacks. We had a bit of a wander around the coast, and unfortunately, we found the body of the wife of the... I found the body of the husband of the wife, the lady at the bookstore, the working class woman. So, I think what we should do today, finish doing a little bit of explore around here, and then I think we'll go and solve the jam mystery. And we have to go report the body we just found as well, actually. Someone must have worked hard to smash the plastic dome.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change.
See if we can call the video rental again. Pick up the handset.
You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
Oh, the machine is inoperable. Oh, the machine is operable. Let's put 10 cents in, dial a random number.
Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this? End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre?
No, this is not Pierre.
Do you have any news about Pierre?
Who is Pierre?
He's my sister's grandson. He used to visit me as a lad. Fine young man. But who are you, then? A salesman of some sort? Modern goods are rubbish, and I can't afford them anyhow. It's a shame what you did to our country.
No, I'm a police officer.
To hell with the police. To hell with you.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing a beach, growing in volume until the call suddenly disconnects. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To your relief, he did not.
I guess we can dial one more random number.
Calling. Still calling. Again? Seriously? Someone with a masculine voice picks up.
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Hello, Gerard. Technically speaking, you're electricity.
Is electricity there? I need to speak with electricity, please.
No, but I got a feeling I'll kick your ass is gonna make an appearance if you ever call this number again. Have a good one, asshole.
Phone hanging up. Disconnect tone.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. What was the breakthrough for?
Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center.
That's right. I did this as a joke.
You're at home, stupid cop. Not with the art crowd. You hate them. Everyone hates them. Even they hate themselves. It's nauseating. An industry built on sprezzatura and sparkling wine. And, let's be honest, tax evasion schemes. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is the heart of this unholy symbiosis of aesthetics and tax optimization. And now that you've internalized it, you can have a piece too.
Okay, what does that get us? Encyclopedia passives give 10 XP and 2 real, but we get a -2 to suggestion for being a pretentious wanker. Yikes. In that case then, we need to make sure our encyclopedia is much higher. Because if we're going to get passives from it, we'll level it up twice, get it up to 4. Yeah, we'll need to have a much higher encyclopedia to make the most of that. In fact, I'm tempted to dump another one in too. Nah, we'll stop there. Level up our encyclopedia. Cool. Okay, well let's keep having a look around here. A dead phone. A smashed receiver. Like someone hung up too hard. Have we been down around this section? Relax. It's not yours. You didn't crash every motor car in Revachol. Hopefully. Yikes. Oh, hello. What? Interesting. Ah, dusty pews in the shadows. Many seem to be missing. The sign reads, Sembru 1147. An altar shrouded in dark. Something like that. It's too dark to tell. Getting that weird error again where it might put the thing over our head. We'll check out the church in a minute. Let's head down this way just in case there's something else we've missed. Although, I doubt it. Oh, something under the rock. Oh, loads of money. Ooh, a door. And chains. These rusty gears used to turn the whole machine. The building before you housed the engine. Must have been a big one. The chain trails off into the ocean. To who knows where.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
What is this thing anyway?
It's military. A service depot of some sort.
Used to service what?
The washerwoman mentioned a depot up the coast. She said it was for moving ammo and cargo across the bay. This might be it.
Interfacing impossible. Open the door. This is a red check. Cannot be retried. We'll wait then. Yeah, we'll wait. We'll get a better... Actually, our interfacing should be fantastic. 6. Our interfacing 6 and we still can't do that. Okay, we'll come back and try it later. This barrel has been recently discarded. It still smells of fuel oil. Oh, I wonder if I could fill up... Do I have that paint can? No, it's not an item. Not a tool that I can use. Okay, fair enough. Let's see what's around here. Ah. Ahaha. Ooh, white polo shirt. Okay, picking up some more useful things. The boardwalk rises to your south, casts its long shadow over you. Over here? No. Okay. That's some things up here, though. Cigarette butts cleaned away under a rock. Brand Tsuyomitori. Someone made a campfire here long ago. A rusted, broken control box for the radio relay tower. This ladder is too rusty to climb. The sea air has eaten away at it. This relay tower coordinates boat traffic in the bay. Barely. Ooh, scented scarf. +1 shivers, -2 to physical instrument. Tiny inlets there, off far distance, where the posts tail towards. Oops, hang on. You make mental note. Tsuyomitori. Seems important somehow. Huh, okay, fair enough. Let's head back down this way. I think we've done an exploration of the coast. We'll make our way back down towards the church, hey? Let's see what's inside. Be good to get that door open, but while our interfacing is... Interfacing so high, though. I don't understand why that's a failure. Alright, let's check out the church. Oh, hello, we got it again. Kick drum pulse. Music is coming from somewhere on the ice. Somewhere on the ice? Okay. Do I have to head out this way? Okay, let's check out here first then. Full of holes. Could posts hide treasure? Look inside. They do hide treasure. Ooh. Alcohol potent pilsner. Uh-oh. God, there's loads of stuff in these posts. Oh, there's a whole thing over here. Look, there's like a camp. Before you, a drawbridge. It can only be lowered from the other side. Schools of fish huddle around the fence post, then scatter in the dark water. Maybe we have to go... Ah, yeah, under here. Oh, okay, so there's more stuff up here we didn't see.
You see that seagull up there? Remind you of anybody?
Kim?
What? Kim? No, it's you. You. You and the seagull are just alike.
Why am I like a seagull?
Think about the seagull's story. It's one of endurance and adaptation. The seaside was paradise once. They were birds of that paradise. Then their paradise became shit city. And what did they do? They became urban survivors, eating burgers out of trash cans, killing and eating pigeons.
I don't think that's true. I don't think they do kill and eat pigeons.
No time for that sentimental bullshit. They're hustlers, getting shit done. They're one pair of track pants away from gangsters, just like you.
But I'm not like that. I'm still romantic. Hang on, hold on. Have I ever eaten a burger out of the trash?
You have. The body remembers.
Fucking right. Whatever it takes to survive. I'm the seagull.
Own it. Steal hot dogs. Shit in the sand. Whatever it takes to keep going.
Nice. Cool. One day my chair will stop creaking. One day. Must have taken a lot of patience to do this. Ah, they've stacked a can. Hello.
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh. Hello there.
Hello, a seal.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing.
Dear child, it's freezing. Where's your hat?
Huh?
She looks up at you, distracted.
Maybe she didn't hear you. A little louder.
I said you should have a hat on.
So should you.
I should, and I do. I'll point at my own hat.
Oh. I didn't notice that.
It's nice. You should wear one too if you plan on staying outside in this weather.
Yeah, well... Look, man, fuck the hat.
What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of the law.
Authority. Heroic 15. Regain authority in her eyes. Yeah, okay, sure. 8%. Let's go.
Lots of feeling. Feel it up. Way up.
Do I have to read this? Oh my god. Fuck the hat. Is that what you just said to me? I can't believe you told me to fuck the hat.
You're saying it really loud, but it's not coming out right. Maybe add more indignation.
So I should just take this hat I'm wearing and fuck it, right? Point at your head where the hat is located. Engage in sexual fucking intercourse with a hat right here in front of you because you told me so. On the sea ice.
More.
Right here on the sea ice.
More.
Give you a little ice cop at a fuck show.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
The girl is visibly shaken.
The lieutenant is watching the scene unfold before his eyes, unsure how to react.
Is that how you see me?
The girl looks down, slowly curling into a ball. 3 figures on the spring ice. One, a shortish man, is standing with his shoulders slightly hunched. Another, a young woman, tries her best to ignore the third. A middle-aged man with spectacular sideburns, who's screaming at her with all his might. Across the bay, 2 figures watch the scene unfold through coin-operated binoculars.
No.
My God, one says in a concerned voice.
No.
Let me see, says the other.
Oh no.
That's it. You've earned it. Start crying.
Don't start crying. Don't start crying.
The young woman has kept her eyes trained on her wires, waiting for the sorry spectacle to end. But it's gone awful quiet up there. Then, the sound of sobbing.
I fucking love this game.
Looking up, she sees a grown man on the wrong side of 40, his face bloated from alcohol and God knows what else. Not so quietly, crying.
This isn't really about the hat, is it?
No.
You know, you're not the only one with issues. I self-medicate. Shit. Life's a horror, you know? Crying helps, though.
Yeah.
Get it out your system. And then maybe we can talk, okay?
I've had a good
I'll
cry.
be here.
So I haven't cried and laughed that hard for a while. Kim wants to talk to us. Oh no. Oh, let's have our breakthrough on the apricot scented chewing gum.
Apricot chewing gum scented one.
That's a weird picture.
August 2nd, early late summer. You're getting off the streetcar in Le Jardin, east of the river. Her father and mother are middle class. The nylon of her little jacket rustles next to you, in the dark, like autumn leaves. Her heels click on the pavement. You're walking up to the gate in front of her parents' house. She takes out her chewing gum and you kiss her. A feeling like electricity flows through your whole body. Immediately, you know that you've entered a completely different world.
Okay. +2 perception, betrayal lingers everywhere. Oh boy. What if I don't want to talk to Kim about this? Okay. Having looked away during the final phase of your little episode, the lieutenant now addresses you.
Do you want to talk about what just happened?
That's probably a good idea.
Normally, I'm opposed to discussing one's feelings, especially on duty. But I think this is an exceptional case. So, what do you think happened?
Yeah, I'll try and convince myself that I didn't just melt down right now.
Thy pen of lies runneth dry. Best to simply deny the truth, bold-facedly.
What? Nothing happened.
So you're saying you didn't break down in tears just now and nearly tear your shirt off?
I've never cried once in my life, Kim.
Uh-huh.
You could torture me, abandon me, even divorce me, and I'd be as dry as a desert. Yes, sir.
Yes, I've definitely never seen you cry before, nor lent you my handkerchief to dry your tears.
Methinks my liege doth protest too much.
You told me to say this, drama.
A performance that would make the star of a radio melodrama blush.
Even so, in the future, could you please refrain from emoting too much on duty? The quasi-legal status of the RCM means we need to project strength twice as consistently as any other police force in the world.
Okay, Kim, I'll control my emotions. Or weakness is my strength. No, I'll control my emotions, Kim.
Good. Controlling your emotions sounds good. Glad to hear it was minor. Can you go on?
I can, and I'm sorry, Kim. I promise this is the last time. Actually, yes, it is my duty after all.
Then, let's go.
Oh my god. It's just so good. Fuck that!
Wow, so someone's been a little boring.
What?
Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown.
What is this? Picking on me for not being crazy enough? That's the least of my concerns.
No need to be defensive. The regularity, the brownness, the cut and dry have their appeal. A very standard appeal.
Look, I'm just trying to do my job. No need for extravagance.
Of course you do. Let's get right to it. My lord's coppo type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax.
Wait. This will be my coppo type now.
Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a caste, a class even, a nation of regular law officials that you belong to. It comes, of course, with the usual benefits.
Hang on, I'm going to be an art cop, a cop of the apocalypse, and potentially a boring cop. We did see boring cop here. Where was it? Saw it somewhere. Homosexual Underground. Searchlight. The Litany of Contact Mike. What are some of these? Okay. Sure, send out Televax then. I'm not ashamed. No, I don't want to be... I'm already an art cop and a cop of the apocalypse. No need. Let's stand by on that announcement for now.
Good. Of course. To outright declare yourself something does seem a bit too interesting now, doesn't it? I won't trouble you any further.
Fuck you, drama. Fuck that. Okay, let's try talking to House. A seal again. Oh no.
So, like, seriously, what's eating you, man?
I don't know.
There is a hint of pity in her eyes. Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing, and she wears thick black eyeliner. Most men wouldn't call her pretty. There is a manliness to her, a coarseness.
Yeah, can we talk for a minute, A seal?
I was wondering when you would come around. What's up?
I guess there's something that's been making my life hell.
What is it?
People just keep putting their selfish interests ahead of the greater good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no one understands that sometimes you've got to make sacrifices for the sake of progress. It's all very distressing.
So, the thing that's got you crying in front of strangers is the slow pace of social progress?
No, that's probably not it, is it?
No, it sounds like you just got chick issues.
Now that you mention it, I found these letters I'd thrown in the trash. They might have something to do with it.
Okay. Why'd you think that?
They were written in a woman's hand and, oh boy, did reading them make me not feel good.
There you have it then, chick trouble. Not political after all. Who was she?
I don't remember.
Really? You seem to be pretty upset about this chica. Are you sure you don't remember anything about her?
I remember her scent and that's all.
Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you?
Yeah, pretty sure. Why would I have reacted so strongly otherwise?
How come you don't remember, though? Is it like some selective memory thing?
Wait, what you mean by selective memory?
Man, when I get hurt, I just want to forget that shit, you know? That kind of selective memory.
I think it's more about me getting so unbelievably drunk I completely erased all memory of this world. No, we don't need to go around telling people that. It's alright, you might have a point there. Selective memory.
Yeah. Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank.
What is Königstein wank?
You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich.
You know, I'm not sure this made things any better.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Might be for the best to keep that shit forgotten, actually. Just my opinion. If it itches, don't scratch.
What's your name?
Estelle.
Estelle who? I'm not a young suitor. This is official police business.
Okay, it's Berger.
You have little reason to doubt that's her real name. But she's not all that surprised by this cop show questioning, is she?
What's that device you have there?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
And the wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
What's a contact microphone?
A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Cool.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike.
Yeah, any news on my wife's name? How about my mother?
No. You're welcome.
Does this have anything to do with Contact Mike?
Yeah, I record stuff with it.
No, I mean the boxer, Contact Mike.
No. This is a contact microphone. It's for recording inside solid objects. Contact mic just beats people up.
Hang on. I just said that there was a thing here called the Litany of Contact Mic. It is, it's just there, the Litany of Contact Mic. I don't know if you can see it. It's just next to volumetric shit compressor. I think we're about to unlock this thought. What are the chances? Okay, here we go. You know, Contact Mike doesn't just beat people up. He's a role model. Yeah, you're right. You should try to be more like Contact Mike, a successful athlete, an inspirational figure who has overcome social, physical, and mental obstacles. Hang on. On second thought, screw Contact Mike. He's not a champion. You are. Look at you here in front of a saggy tent, picking your nose to drug addict music. The world of sports is in awe of your faith and dedication.
Man, you are one weird.
This isn't about me. This is about your lack of respect for one of boxing's greats and for yourself.
What is it with you and this Mike guy? Okay, if it floats your boat, I'll be more like Contact Mike and less like me.
Self-respect is not meant to float any boat but your own.
I'll keep that in mind for future use.
What have we done? This poor woman. I feel like we've kept ourselves pretty in check most of this playthrough. We've just gone unhinged with this poor ASL. Oh, man. Oh, what does the litany of Contact Mike get us? -1 logic, -1 conceptualization, -1 drama. It's so tempting. I won't for now, though. We've only got 2 thoughts left. I want to make sure we're using them on good ones. Oh my god. How does that thing work, Acel?
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-born sound, if you like technobabble.
Love technobabble. Where'd you get the mic from?
Same place I got the recorder from, the Palaceum.
What's the Palaceum?
Oh man, you haven't been to the Palaceum? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Arno van Eyck?
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here, though.
Sounds interesting. Who is this Arno guy?
Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Palaceum going kind of person.
I get down.
I don't know what that means.
I grind.
I don't know what that means either.
Oh no. Why? What is this? Nor do I, but I have concrete evidence that I rock in a form of a rec tape player in a completely trashed hostel room.
That's cool.
She breathes on her fingers. Looks like she doesn't know what to say. You're right. Time's deserted me.
Sucks, man. Was there something else? About the Contact Mike, perhaps?
Actually, I had some non-mic questions for you.
Okay.
What are you doing out here in the cold?
Recording, I guess.
And what is it you're recording exactly?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
Wait, what happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold them.
Dick! What for?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
Drugs, calling it now.
Everything checks out, sire.
Damn it, drama. If I just had one more drama, I wouldn't be losing out on these. That's one of the items that's given me the -1. Well, too late now. And what are these recordings for? To cracks, to footsteps?
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
I'll just nod.
Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway.
She rubs her shoulders and looks around.
I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
Oh, she's a young woman chasing her dreams.
She looks at the recording device, the thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish, very useless all of a sudden.
I really get it, man.
Take this, you're called.
Lieutenant begins to take off his jacket.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
Fuck the jacket!
It's okay.
The lieutenant backs up. He throws you a glance. Now this is where a hat would come in handy. We should, shouldn't we? No, we can't. Yeah, fuck it. Now, this is where a hat would come in handy. No, let's give her the hat. Here, you need this more than I do. Give her my hat.
Thanks.
It's a bit large for her. You said it's supposed to be a music place. What is it?
That? The boys think it could be a place.
Oh, the
Like
church.
the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not going to be a Palaceum, that's for sure.
The boys?
Yeah. Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
And why is that?
Why are you freezing out here while the boys are inside?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room.
Hang on. No, stuff like what?
Music stuff, mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it.
Hang on. Why not just leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze?
That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold.
I had some other questions.
Go ahead.
Ooh. More like Contact Mike now. +2. Tell me more about this music place you've been planning in the church.
It's supposed to become, like, a club for anodic dance music, like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Palaceum. Except that, yeah,
She looks at the old wooden church up on the poles. As a mean wind comes bellowing in, the 6-story structure lets out a doleful shriek. What is anodic dance music?
you know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments.
We got a secret task complete. What is anodic music? Electronic instruments, like what?
Synthesizers and tape consoles. Microcomputers too. Anything that uses electricity, but isn't guitars. Also found sounds, stuff like that.
You see clear, beautiful, violent flashes of light. Light cutting through a smoke-filled darkness. That is what the future will look like. If it ever comes.
So you want to turn the church into a club?
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it. Hey, you two are cops.
Yeah, why you ask?
Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys. Because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, you should look into it, right?
We'll see. I prefer to remain non-committal. No. Who am I kidding? I've accepted every task anyone's ever come to me with. I'll talk to them.
They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else?
Enough about the church then. I had another question.
Go ahead.
You seem surprisingly comfortable with being questioned. Why is that?
Well, it's just questioning, right? You're just questioning me. It's
Hey.
what cops do.
Have you been questioned before?
Once or twice, yeah. I'm sorry I haven't had the Revachol experience they get east of the river.
What's east of the river?
Rich people. Rich people are east of the river.
I'm going to lean in and whisper. Let me guess, these rich people are not from around here?
Aren't they? I thought they were as Vachalaire as any of us. Just way richer.
Oh shit, I've become a racist. Oh no, they're foreign bodies, agents of international capital. You only need to look close enough. Damn it.
Maybe you're right. Most of them do speak 3 languages.
So what trouble you've gotten into with the police?
The usual. I had a shitty run as a teenager.
What's the usual?
You know, drinking, getting into fights. The ugly stuff that happens when you move out your parents' place at 13. In Forberg.
That's where the nuclear pile detonated, wasn't it?
Interesting term. Time to glean some knowledge.
Wait, what's in Faubourg?
Is this a rhetorical question?
No, I literally can't remember even the most basic terms sometimes.
Faubourg, not in Faubourg, is a massive banlieue south of Jamrock Quarter. It is the largest ghetto in Revachol, possibly the world.
I know what Jamrock is, but let's say I didn't.
We are Jamrock, sort of. Martinez is called North Jamrock sometimes. Jamrock is also a ghetto, only smaller than Faubourg.
Jamrock is a district of Revachol comprised of the following quarters: Pox, Villa Lobos, Central Jamrock, Grand Couronne, Old South, and the Valley of the Dogs. Learning is great.
This is great. We're getting $2 every time we get an Encyclopedia passive. And now that we've bumped up Encyclopedia. And why did you have to move out when you were so young?
My dad was a drunk. Plus, I guess I just wanted to drink too, you know, get my party on.
I get that. I'm a major party animal myself. Major.
All right.
All right. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on. Tape recorder lies on the ice like a discarded toy. Pick it up.
The device is still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands.
I'm sorry you have to sit here on the ice feeling miserable. At your age or at any age, in this weather, waiting for it to get dark.
She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup.
The people who built this world intended for it to be better for you, but they failed. It's easy to live in their failure with this by your side.
The wind howls. She remains silent. It's real. Tell her.
It's not a childish fantasy. It can be a real weapon against what's coming for you now.
What is?
I'm once again reminded of how Contact Mike rose from the slums of St. Baptiste to the top of the boxing world, overcoming adversity and serious brain trauma. Nothing is coming. Nothing he wouldn't knock out in 3 rounds. The real fight is for the right attitude. Nothing if you got this. Don't be scared.
Okay, I'll stick to it. So, thanks, I guess, for the psych session. I guess that means we're even?
She smiles a little.
She means your little talk before, after your breakdown. It's all right, she means to say. You return the favor.
Oh my god. Actually, that's it for now.
Okay, bye.
Oh my god. Yellow moss on these stones. They're probably stolen from someone's garden. Painted with pastels, someone is trying to bring cheer into the world. Trash from some unending party. A pole screwed into the ice keeps the tent erect. More tribalistic markings. This post is covered in little humanoids. Oh, well, let's put the bridge down.
A pane of eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up. Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough.
What's this, Kim?
It looks like a makeshift bridge. Could be convenient.
Push the eternite over.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
Cool, that was easy. This is someone's home away from home. Just like yours. This music's pumping.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
It's safe to assume this is their leader, or at least he thinks he is.
Alright, I'll squeeze in.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
Bit of a judgment there, Kim.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
Smells like sweat and laundry detergent, plus a trace of ether. Capri La Ange engine starting fluid. A speaker, the big kind they use for live music. Pile of nasal sprays, brand name Nosafed Ultra. Canisters filled with what appears to be water. The label says, distilled.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I will absolutely shake his hand.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
and Egghead. Egg!
The tape player high above his head continues to blast what is probably anodic music.
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
Wait, how many music venues have you organised?
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
Why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
Was there something you wanted? Your friend Aceel said there was a problem with the church.
Ah, so you've met her. Good. Yeah, it's a matter of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
An attempt to pander to your perceived conservative sensibilities. No person his age would ever use a word like narcomania with a straight face. Don't fall for it.
Thank you, Volition. Enough history on it. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the church. And I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads! Burnouts!
He angrily spits on a screw and starts cleaning it.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put matinees on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Revershol.
Strike that! The world!
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts holed up in there were the worst kind.
Oh no.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
I feel like you may be laying this on a bit thick. What's really so bad about these dopeheads and burnouts? I won't stand for narcomaniacs of any kind. No narcomaniacs on my watch.
Yes. And the worst part is, they're also spooky.
What exactly do you mean by spooky?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
We will not be having that.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse.
Okay, that's probably a more fair point.
People just wanna spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
I'll look into it. Tell me a bit more.
All right, man.
He claps his hands enthusiastically.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
What's the status of the church? I haven't gotten inside the building yet.
I asked Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. A padlock. It's a temporary fix. Just something to contain the situation.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
What about the key?
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
Oh, I want to be a cool cop. Let's catch it. Do you reckon we can do it?
You sense the trajectory of the little piece of metal and plastic. The object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches. Just the tiniest chime to your left.
Catch it.
Ka-ching! The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly.
Thanks, man. I'll play it cool.
The speed freak nods to you. A respectful nod. You proved something here.
So how long have those people been locked in there? How long?
Not long. Like a week, maybe?
How can you be sure they ain't starved to death then?
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
85%'s not good enough when you're dealing with another person's physical well-being, Andre.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hardcore of us to just lock them in like that. Me too. I shouldn't have that kind of power over another person. I'm not the one with the violence monopoly here. You are. I'm glad that key is out of my hands now.
Alright, other questions.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
Who exactly are these people inside the church?
Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses.
You haven't even seen them and you want the police involved.
Well, there's also the machinery.
Ooh.
This machinery is of the deeply mystical variety.
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
Interesting.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it.
Interesting.
Andre, tell him about the feeling.
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
No, the other one.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
We're definitely gonna check that out.
For this man, even regular silence is awful enough. But that was something greater.
But you haven't physically seen anyone.
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone, or something, eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it.
What was that about something watching you?
Like, you aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling, like some kind of crab man.
I mean, carcinization is a real process where animals, invertebrates, do tend to evolve into the crab body plan. Invertebrates is the key word there, though. Crabman.
Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab.
Oh yeah, crabs are known for that.
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behaviour.
Are you sure there was a crabman?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
Yeah, I do kind of trust Estelle.
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
I wouldn't do that.
The implications of this are too numerous to consider. Proceed with caution. Learn all you can before entering that dark building.
Can you tell me more about this machinery?
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably, very likely.
Snuff station. So how can you be sure they're burnouts and dopeheads if you haven't even seen them? No, he's already said. He's just said he got distinct burnout energy from them. All right, let's talk about something else.
Sure. What?
You mentioned some kind of ecclesiastes on the church. Who are these ecclesiastes?
Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
Oh, the founding party. I do know them, but could you refresh my memory?
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organisation.
And
they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericanassian church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the innocentic system, no?
you know, Andre, they sound like exactly the kind who would want a loud anodic music in their church.
You're right, they do.
He says, without even the slightest hint of irony.
The Pericanassian church is about love. Anodic music is about love. I got love for my Pericanassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We dance.
He violently shakes the tape player, as if to see if he can break it.
Love is hardcore.
Unity.
Unity.
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
He turns the volume up, then looks at you with a knowing nod, as if it's obvious you will now break into dance. You're right. How could the founding party be anything but enthusiastic? Dance music is about love, and so is the Pericanassian church. I'll say first, though, I guess love can be pretty hardcore.
Oh yeah, it can.
He's coming around. You're getting it.
Yep, you're right. Let's do it.
Yeah! Yakokata, the place to be.
He seems ecstatic that you share his vision of Pericarnassianism.
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
Noid forms a fist with the screwdriver still in his hand, approvingly so.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
Hundreds.
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head. waiting for your body to start moving. You feel like you could go for a little disco when, or if, they get this club going. You've got it in you.
Yeah, we've got some questions about the stuff they've got in here. There's a lot of suspicious things. I wanted to ask you about this tent full of equipment.
Yes. What?
See, you brought your own water.
Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even is running water.
And it's distilled too.
Oh.
He doesn't know what to say.
It's the one they sell at the fuel station.
Hate to tell you, but it reeks of sweat in here.
It does, doesn't it?
Told you we have a smell problem.
It's also mixed with I also smell ether. Why?
Ether? I don't smell ether. Do you, Noid?
No.
It's mixed with a peculiar chemical scent like laundry detergent.
He sniffs the air, then shrugs. A shrug is good enough for us. Why say it when you can shrug it?
What's with all the Nosafed?
The what now?
The Nosafed Ultra. You've got a lot of it lying around.
Oh, the old Ultra. I have a major sinus infection. Stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter. Can't even breathe.
You sound fine to me.
Yes, that's all Nosafed's doing. Without the Noser, I'd be drowning in shit right now.
Nosafed is the shit.
Can I have some? I have some nose problems too.
Sure. Here you go, officer. The Noser. Blast away.
Alright, I get the Nosafed, but what about the engine starting fluid?
The engine starting fluid? It's for starting engines.
How's that extra high ether content working out for you? Does it do the trick?
I guess it does.
You know, maybe that slight scent of ether I felt before somehow connected to ethyl ether.
No idea, man.
Alright, enough of this.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
Maybe everything isn't quite as you've been told. Let's take a moment to analyze.
A number of things don't add up. Let's take a look. How about gather around, kids?
Alright, kids, now gather round.
The young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you. The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever you have planned. Their would-be leader is less amused.
Sometime in the past, not sure when and where, but betrayal was involved. I fell sick, became the shadow you see now. But before that, I have reason to believe I was a police detective.
But you still are.
Thank you for your kind words. Oh, I was good enough in this job to be awarded the rank of Lieutenant Euphrator. Could have been a captain, can you imagine that?
What happened?
Disco happened.
I've been trying to say we need the next step in dance music to happen fast.
Shut it.
What? I have. I've said that.
Now obviously that might as well have been 1,000 years ago, but there's still some detective left in me.
The young speed freak is silent. He senses something is wrong.
This isn't the makings of a club, it's a tent full of laboratory equipment for manufacturing drugs.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
He points at the speaker.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
Where's his friend, Andre? Did he lose his friend?
What do you mean, friend?
The other speaker. You have only one.
It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
And you've got no headphones. Wouldn't a seal need her headphones to spin tape?
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing.
The Nosafed here's here for its active ingredient. I'm guessing pseudoephedrine?
He said it was for his nose. What more do you want?
Distilled water, cornerstone of a clean lab.
And of all cellular-based life. What's your point, Lawbringer?
The ethyl ether from Cuprilla Ange. Solvent, good for getting an acting agent out of a solution.
Make up your mind. First it's the sweat, then it's the ether.
Come on, boys, there's no need for me to pile on anymore, is there?
No shit.
In short, you tried to use a police detective to set up a drug lab.
That's... Come on, that's...
Against the law?
I meant to say, not true.
What are we going to do with you?
What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act.
We do this lawman...
pushing.
Sorry. We do this lawman style. First you tell me everything, then I pass judgment.
Or else?
or my cut will be 100%. Haven't you heard I'm the dirtiest cop this side of the river? We'll see. Now speak.
He thinks for a moment, then opens his mouth, but closes it again, then finally raises his hands.
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in this city. It's not like we're not going to turn the church into the wickedest club in East Revershoal.
Because we are! We totally are!
We just got to turn it into a speed lab first.
You know, to get our foot in the door.
Why do you need me?
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up.
Yeah, but they're not really spooky, are they, Andre?
No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if you started cooking speed in there.
Yeah, there it is.
But the sign was way off too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
Whatever you think is right, sir. But please, we were only trying to make a living.
This is it. Judgment time.
Let's do this clean. No speed lab, just a club for anodic music.
Yeah!
The young man's smile widens to inhuman proportions. His teeth beam in the floodlight.
I knew it.
The would-be leader drops his spiked head between his knees.
It's impossible now.
No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club for anodic music with the Speed Lab. Now it has a fighting chance.
Sorry, what's that about a fish?
There needs to be a club for anodic music in there. Needs to. Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here. It's all just drugs and we're slaves and I can't. We are running out of time. We need a win, Andre. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
Alright, let's call this incident crime prevention, but got my eyes on you.
Okay, we'll try to do it without the drugs.
He raises his head from between his knees.
We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels and nothing but, I swear to God. Okay, Egg?
From here on, it'll be straight all the way.
That's all for now.
As always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news. Yeah!
Alright, let's talk to Noid.
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. Good.
Skin shows through the holes in the Speed Freak's too large sweater. In front of him, an open toolbox full of carpentry tools and parts.
It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
He runs his hand through his hair, which is combed back in mock seriousness, and continues to fiddle with some gears. Sign?
Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align.
Interesting.
I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. But I'll see what I can do.
Tell me about the machines you saw in the church.
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked-up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes headfirst into the supernatural.
What's wrong with the supernatural?
Nothing's wrong with it. You should definitely be researched. You can still do sick shit with it, though.
Okay, fair.
The sickest. That's perhaps why it should be researched.
I love when Inland Empire gets excited. Supernatural, so you think it's real, that it actually exists?
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs. Psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff.
Why are you called Noid?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment.
Does this mean we need sign matching, Noid?
Yes. Further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve this would be by getting us into the church.
Alright, I'll come back later. Alright, let's talk to Egg.
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Walshi tape player. nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says, as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secret.
Hardcore!
I'm going to say nothing.
Hardcore!
I'm still saying nothing.
Hardcore to the mega!
No, nothing.
Internally coherent!
Nothing.
All core! All right!
Nothing.
Yeah!
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore! Ah!
He lets out an agonized roar over the feeblish, obviously not too hardcore beat below. Seriously, Egghead, I'm a bit worried it isn't hardcore.
The question is, what is the question?
That would have been good if I had asked you a question, but I didn't. Now it's just idiotic.
But there was a question?
Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think?
New task, solve the Egghead puzzle. Okay, we'll have a bit of a play around with that later when we've got some time to kill. Interesting. All right, let's head on out. Egghead's going to be a complicated one to crack, so we'll deal with that later. Let's get our conceptualization shirt back on. We do need a new hat at some point. +1 to Kingdom of Conscience. We don't actually know what Kingdom of Conscience does, so I'll leave that off for the moment. That's balancing out... Was there something else that was giving a minus to perception? That we thought was actually pretty good. Oh yeah, these are the glasses I want to wear. Yeah, perfect. Okay, cool. Perfect. Kim's not worried. Let's head back to the church. We'll talk to a seal first.
The shaggy-haired girl kneels on the sea ice. She looks up as you approach.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? With the church, I mean.
Yeah, I'll help all right.
Great. Let us know if there's any progress, will ya? We've been waiting for weeks here.
Your associates tried to use me to set up a drug lab. I'm guessing you knew of this plan.
I did, and I'm sorry. For what it's worth, which isn't much.
This is why I didn't go into the tent. Typical delinquency.
You don't get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk Andre out of it. I even tried not to lie to you.
Indeed, she merely tried to omit the truth instead.
Instead, you opted to omit the truth. It's the same thing.
I know, but I knew you'd see through their plan too. I'm not an idiot. I should have been able to control them, and I will in the future. I promise. May I ask, what did you tell them?
Do what you will with your dance club plans, just no drug lab, please.
Thank you. I'll get them under wraps, I promise.
The others told me you went inside the church. What'd you see in there?
Oh, that. You're not going to believe me. There's no point in me telling you.
Oh, go ahead, let's see.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a mainframe. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still.
That's not especially frightening.
And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall. Upside down like a crab, down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent.
Okay, that's fucking terrifying.
He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me. I fucking turned around and walked out. End of story.
Yeah, fair.
Like a crab, you say?
The lieutenant nods. His face is stone. What did this crab man look like?
It was too dark. I couldn't tell exactly.
Come on, she obviously could. She already went into detail.
Come on, quit stalling on me. What did he look like?
He looked like a banger, okay? He was all muscular and stuff. Had a mesh tank top. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that only made it scarier in a way.
A crab and a banger?
Lieutenant raises an eyebrow.
Yes, a banger. As in a mess gang member. I know what it sounds like, but that's what I saw.
You were wrong. I do believe you.
Why?
Seems too ludicrous for a lie.
I guess so. Anyway, what else?
I'd like to know a little bit more about your associates.
My associates? I haven't got much to say about them.
What do you mean? You must know something about them.
Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them.
What about yourself? Tell me something about yourself, Asil.
Me? I'm a silver bird.
Alright, okay, maybe I'll ask about this later.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
Right, that's all for now. Okay. I'm just aware that it's now almost 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock in-game time. Pretty bird. Just aware that it's almost 3 o'clock in-game time. And we probably want to do the jam mystery before we go too much further. So I will, if you can forgive me, I will leave the church for a future... I'll leave it for tomorrow's investigation. For now, can we fast travel from here? Yeah, we can. Let's head back to the Martinez waterfront. And let's see if we can solve the jam mystery. Now, how many points have we got? Oh, we've got loads. So we've now got a +6 encyclopedia, which is fantastic. Visual calculus could do with another one. Perception's now up to 9. Holy. That's outstanding. We'll do that level up. We'll level up visual calculus to 5. And I might unlock these thought cabinets, hey? May as well. We've got the points. Let's do it. We've still got 2 points to spend when we need to. Now, the jam mystery. What did we have to do? Call Alice back in a day for info on the armor's owner. That's today, that's today. Let's do that right now. And then we'll do the jam mystery, I swear.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Let's pick up the radio again.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Oh, and we've got to report the body too. Oh my goodness, thank God we came back. Did you find out any more about the owner of the armoured boots?
Sorry, sir. I still haven't heard back from the database people. Try calling again later. Is there anything else I can do for you?
I need to report a dead body on the Martinez boardwalk.
One moment.
You can hear her shuffling through some papers.
Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
Unidentified middle-aged man, height 170 to 175, dark hair, medium build. It looks like he slipped, fell through a hole in the boardwalk and hit his head against a metal bench.
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Any signs of violence?
No, seems like it was an accident.
No field autopsy necessary.
You can hear her quickly typing in the background.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes?
He was wearing boots, trousers, and an old leather jacket with bright blue lining. Found a library card in his pockets.
Any information on the library card?
Oh, shit. I haven't examined it yet, sorry.
You can hear her sigh, audibly, on the other side. So unprofessional of you.
Oh, we were doing so well.
Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else?
We're taking the case.
I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do? 57.
In the cabin.
I forgot to check the library card. For those of you sitting there screaming at me, yeah.
The library card is folded into 2 and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53.
Let's look inside.
Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinting Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too.
Let's look at the backside.
If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours 900 to 1800.
We could follow this up right now.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Mejean.
Is this a joke for Billie Jean? Billie Jean is not my lover? I feel like it's Or am I really stretching there? Oops, sorry. All right.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Could you connect me to Jamrock Public Library, please, Alice?
Hold on, officer. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to the librarian. Connecting the call in 2, 1.
Hey, you start at 3.
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. How can I help you, officer?
Great voice.
He sounds worried, yet ready to assist. This is how people get when the police call.
I'm looking for any information you can provide on Billy Majon, reader.
Billy Majon, you said. Give me a moment, I'll have to check our database. Yes, hello, are you still there? I found Billy Majon's home address, is that alright? No phone number, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, home address is fine, thank you.
Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Cape Side Apartments, it says. That's all.
That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it?
Do you have any other information on Billy Majon?
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day.
Do you know someone who was?
Marie? Marie? Do you remember a reader named Billy Majon? They returned a Tybalt book the other day.
You hear someone answer from afar.
Maurice, what? A woman yells. Then, yes, okay. If it was the police, she starts explaining something.
Perception's so good now.
Yes, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lowe's Radio City 87, but we don't have it yet.
So Billy Majon is a woman, not a man. How did your colleague know that it was her husband?
Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer than me. Sometimes her husband returns some books for her.
And then goes for a little drink later. On the lookout.
Do you know the husband's name?
Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight.
Can Marie describe to me what the husband looked like?
Marie? She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he'd had a drink or two the last time she saw him.
What was he wearing?
1 second. Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to that.
That's all right. Thank you, mate. That's all from me. I've got no other questions.
Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer.
The librarian hangs up and the call gets redirected back to the station with a soft click.
Anything else you need from me?
No, that's done. Thanks, Alice.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a...
Okay, so we've got an address. We can go follow up on that. Before we go too much further, though, I've just realised I want to quickly go to the fisherman's shacks and see if the washerwoman... Does it cost me time? Doesn't look like it. I want to see if she can clean that jacket for me.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
I found his jacket, but it's filthy. Could you wash it for me?
I can wash it for you, but it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
Hell yeah.
I could use a breather. It's been another track and field day.
The lieutenant says, rubbing his thigh. Yeah, I'll wait.
Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you'll have an easier life in your hands.
That wasn't half an hour. She did that in like 10 minutes. What did we get? A found windbreaker, +1 pain threshold, +1 half light, -1 drama. It's pretty good, actually, if we ever need those skills. Oh, and I'm going to forge the signatures. If we're inside the house...
The door has seen better days. The layer of paint has started to peel off due to the salt and wind from the sea. Even the lock looks slightly rusted.
Let's head inside.
I'll wait outside to give you some time and privacy to check out your new living arrangement. But just so you know, after we are done with the day, I'll still be staying in the whirling in rags for the night. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
The key turns with a satisfying click. You can enter the shack now.
Great, okay. Because we want to forge those signatures. Oh, there's loads of stuff here. You see the waves, the sea, and a church. +1 logic. Old science fiction magazines. Books about birdwatching. An almanac from 39. Its intricate heat engine hums quietly, giving out pleasant warmth. The floorboards creak under your step, using a thermodynamic expander condenser cycle. Nice.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin.
Is shaving the right call?
The water reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose bulbous and red, hair unkempt, wrinkles lining the eyes and forehead. The stash is gigantic. A fresh start looms ahead. Clean yourself up and be born anew.
Should we shave? I don't know if I want to. I kind of like how Harry looks. Alright, let's see if we can forge those signatures then, hey?
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Alright, let's go.
With a confident flourish, you complete your forgery. What do you see on the signature line?
2 names, Isabel Sadie and Lillian Katia.
Indeed, they look distinctly different and very convincing. These might as well be their actual signatures, but they're not, and the document will be nullified if they dispute it. That means Everard will have to start over.
Fuck you, Everard.
All you need to do now is mail the signatures to Everard's accountant in La Delta. There was a mail delivery box in the plaza, near the corner of the bookstore.
Great. Okay, perfect. Done. Let's go catch up with Kim, and we'll make our way over towards the mail delivery box. Kim, why are you hiding under there? Bit weird, mate. Okay, let's go deliver this mail.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes in the front.
Drop the white envelope in the mailbox.
You drop the white envelope in the darkness. It lands with a soft thud on what sounds like a couple of letters. About a week's worth of mail as collected in there. They'll empty this very soon. Probably did the right thing. You can't trust that slug, Everard. You know he's going to play you somehow.
I do.
All right, let's go back to Everard. If we don't mention anything to him, he won't know before it's too late.
Great. Okay, jam mystery time. Interrogate the drivers about the smuggling. Done. Let's make sure we've got our +1 authority and +1 suggestion for this bit, hey? There was this guy up here.
Welcome to Rivachol,
announces the rotund man. The remark isn't addressed to you. It's addressed to the lieutenant. Why are you addressing my partner like that?
Don't you welcome to Rivachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
What's happening? You sound angry, Kim.
It's men like you who keep Rivachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Limbo? What's going on here?
Oh, come on, man. I just said, welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
His name is Racist Lorry Driver.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Fucking A, Kim, I've got your back. I'll give the lieutenant a punch on the shoulder. Yeah.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
Yeah, I do.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Now that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
He waits impassively, cigarette smouldering between his fingers.
He smells of heavy motor oils, and his breath of high tar content cigarettes. Probably Astra Whites.
Hmm.
You could ask him to show you the soles of his boots. He definitely looks like someone capable of a lynching. Maybe he was present.
Let me see the soles of your boots.
Been admiring the stompers, huh? Sure thing. Check them out.
Let's take a look.
On the bottom of the man's boots, you see an intricate tangle of treads with no immediately discernible pattern.
What's up with your soles?
It's Revachol.
But why?
For when the invasion comes, the last thing they'll see before the lights go out is illustrious Revachol.
It doesn't look like the lieutenant cares. He just makes a little note.
You do understand you're stomping on Revachol every day, though, when you walk in those boots, right?
No, it's not like that. You don't get it. It's when I kick them, you know? Oh, fuck it. It's too complex for you.
You're a lorryman, right? What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
You smell of booze and cigarettes. What's different about narcotics?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miridza.
He's so racist he
Safri.
won't take drugs from other
Ilmara.
countries.
They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
Hold on, but they make alcohol in Ilmara too. I was told they do.
I don't go for that foreign piss. Proper booze is made in Mundi. Or sometimes I like a dram of that Yugograd vodka. Koikos and worse much, but they do no booze.
So I take it you're not smuggling drugs out of Martinez?
Not in, not out. I'll never betray the purity of my tribe.
Why are there so many racists here?
So you're telling us that you don't know anything about drug smuggling through Terminal B?
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
So why are you still hanging around here? Most of the other lorrymen have left.
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded.
Oh my god.
Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
I did see one lorry with trailer doors open on my way here. What do you think happened? Or do you know what happened?
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
Serves him right.
It's a fucking travesty is what it is.
What was that argument all about?
It's about biological determinism.
Oh my god.
Natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Oh, so you're just a racist. Makes sense.
I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books. Huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it.
No, it hasn't, and it never will be.
People who've studied these things say that you and me
No, they
are
don't.
superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
Oh yeah, I can really tell you're a prime example of superior design.
Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources.
Okay, and...
This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn kips are showing up good lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other intruder species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
Cultural victory? What is this then?
No, I've already made up my mind. You want to hear it?
Oh?
Yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Don't push your luck, runt.
Fuck this guy.
Looking for something, Runt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
Hang on, how long's this been going on then?
The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. But this here is just the last week or so.
What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples?
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
Fucking bullshit.
He's given you the runaround.
No.
Let's be honest. You were bested.
No, rhetoric. What is our rhetoric? Not great. Alright, we'll level up rhetoric a little bit later on. Alright, if it's not you, then who's running drugs through Terminal B?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang.
Oh my god.
That beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
Who's that?
He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some kind of businessman. Really, he's just selling his employer stuff. Stuff he stole after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry.
Where do I find him?
Just follow the smell.
Oh my
it
god.
It smells like apricot and oil when you're nearby.
This guy is the worst.
Yes, yes. Where is he?
Looks like I offended your partner there. Too bad. Sealang's usually a little bit south of here, near the canal. You can't miss him. Just watch yourselves. His tribe are natural liars.
Fuck me.
It's in their blood. He's your man, alright? 100%.
Absolutely fuck this racist lorry driver.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
Alright, Kim, let's go pay Sealang a visit.
Guess so.
Yeah, we're done for now. Fuck you. Absolutely fuck this guy. And any other racists. Okay. Oh, hello. Okay. Have we not really been through here? I don't think we have we? Haven't done much of an explore down through here. A bold slogan. Humanox covers the truck. Physical instrument. What's some stuff in here? What else have we picked up? Oh, sorry, not this one. Here we are. Oh, that was the jacket for +1 logic. Not too worried about that right now. Okay. What else have we got around here? There's this lady here.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face.
Pale driver.
The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your...
Grandma?
Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is grey like lead.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'd like to ask some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
It's pretty rude to snap your fingers in front of her face.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
I'll snap them twice then.
Where am I? Who are you?
Like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis, you've jolted her back to reality.
The smile on her face has disappeared, replaced by the weary aspect of a cornered beast.
You were right, ma'am. You were out.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
Wait, what's so bad about the 50s?
The men have small jaws and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the world out of amber?
When else would you be then? Because she didn't say where, she said I'm stuck in the 50s. When else would you be then?
Back in Methka, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro. Until you came along, that is.
Sorry. Who's Gabriel Buenguerro?
This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
She shows you the photograph in the lavish amber frame. Yeah, I'll take a look.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen.
Sexy man.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to memorize all of his lines.
So I take it you were in Mesk when you were young?
Someone was.
Someone was? Someone? Are these not your memories?
They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not?
Pale driver. She's been in the Pale.
They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
She seems to derive some bitter pleasure from this strange thought, as if the past will one day wipe the present away, like a tidal wave approaching.
Sorry to interrupt your dreaming, ma'am.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Lawman. It was early spring, and the man behind the Black Sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden. While you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution, in Mesk, it was a golden age.
The Republic of Mesk is a massive confederation on the Isola of Muindi, the world's largest state by territory. It's a petrostate, a constitutional monarchy, and, as of recently, an outcast due to its tilt to the far right.
Man. Far right. Right, I have some other questions for you. Police questions.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
She settles back against the railing of her motor lorry. Behind her, mountains of memorabilia, photos and knickknacks line the dashboard.
There's something off about this woman. Tell her to show you the soles of her boots. Maybe she was at the hanging somehow.
Show me the soles of your boots.
Now what do you want with an old woman's boots, Sheriff?
It's important police business, ma'am.
I'm starting to think you should let me get back to Gabriel Buenguerro. You are no Gabriel.
I know.
She's wearing sturdy worker's boots, made of black leather. Buckles run across. The sole is also made of leather.
I'm still looking for odd sole. Now the other one, please.
Just before Gabriel, it was the coronation of Franco Negro. Now, there was a real man.
There's no aberration in the pattern that you can see. She puts her foot down.
Moreover, the boots were size 37. Tiny. There are too many discrepancies in all this.
Okay, she's not odd sole then.
Another discrepancy, although not boot-related, is the coronation of His Innocence, Franco Negro, which happened 500 years ago.
She's definitely... So this is what pale exposure does, I guess. Wait, by it being the coronation of Franco Negro, you mean...
Pale damage. I was just holding my father's hand. He wasn't sending the stairs in Ryle. The crowd had gone silent. There was dust in the air. Perhaps it was another Herife who came and woke me up, looking at my boots, asking questions. Or perhaps it was one of the others in this carnival. I don't remember.
As she says carnival, she gestures to the empty square with the statue and the machines.
Oh wow, so this is what pale does to the mind. It untethers it from time. She's not odd sole. These are not the boots that made the prince.
I could have told you that from just looking at them. A size is 37.
We could have spoken up, Kim.
The feet of a little girl. They fit well on the pedals.
What are you hauling?
Diamonds.
Diamonds, really?
Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
Alright, but what are you really hauling?
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
Wait, so you don't know what you're hauling in your own lorry?
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
What if the cargo's contraband?
Then it's contraband, Lawman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like bad hand, Hermenegildo.
Bad hand? Hermenegildos's bad hand strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people.
Holy shit. I still don't really understand this whole boyadero thing.
Of course not. To truly understand the boyadero, you need to listen to On the Western Plain.
The boyadero, boya for short, is a cowherder from upstream Magritte, the great steppes of northern Mesk. People like Mañana at the gates have turned it into an ideology of sorts.
Okay, what's that?
It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain.
I'm guessing that don't happen.
Of course not. The boyadero returns from the Western Plain a changed man. One night, as he and his beloved are out walking along the river Maigret, she pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down.
In the background, you can hear the orchestra swell as the screen fills with the maiden's imploring eyes.
I think I can see where this is going.
So the boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Magritte. Then he rides off, because the Western Plain is calling to him.
Yeah, that's not where I thought that was going.
You have to understand. A true boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can't be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to love a boyadero.
What if to truly love a boyadero is to float lifeless downstream?
Wow. Before I came, you seemed away.
She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things.
So he doesn't think she's a smuggler?
You hear that, Loman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Yeah, why is that, Lieutenant?
Nothing. I just don't think she's connected to anything.
It's because of the Pale. He doesn't want your frail mind caught up in it. And this woman has spent time in the Pale. A lot of time.
The routes you drive are unusual, aren't they?
Some of them are like home to me now. I will say the routes I drive are usual to me.
Look at her character portrait. It's almost like she's dissolving into smoke and steam. What routes?
Lomonosov's land, Udajnaya Zemlya,
The Western Plain. She nods and closes her eyes again, letting her mind submerge.
The Transcatolia Magistral. You for 1A. Adestradas du Mirador. All the good ones. The deep trenches. Where the bluebirds fly.
Cool. Ride until you dust, sister.
Irmao. I already am dust.
I think I know what's going on with you.
And what is that?
You're a Pale driver. You transport goods through the Pale.
Great. He asked the Pines rep about the Pale, and now he's talking to everyone about it. Fine then. Just try not to black out again, and don't contemplate. We don't have time for that.
Yeah, no, just detective work. That's all I needed it for. Now.
That is exactly what I didn't want you to do.
What do you mean?
Ma'am, my partner wanted to know if you work in Pale transport.
No offense. But your partner? Seems like a bit of an idiot.
Republica. A filterless cigarette from Mesk.
Republica? It's not very healthy.
Neither is Pale transportation. Life is transitory.
I blacked out after a night of heavy drinking and lost all memory of the world.
Like Gabriel Buenguerro in Pergunte a Poeira. You're the opposite of me, then. I remember everything. Even things I never knew.
Things you never knew?
The smell of liquor on Gabriel's lips after the shoot. In the motor park. The roses on the day of Franco Negro's coronation. On the grand stairs of Ryle. The smoke from the Fowling piece when Dolores Day was shot. The look on her face, like an orgasm. The wound in her chest. My hand in my father's hand. Except I never had a father. And I never shot her innocent Dolores Day.
Over radiation?
Heroic doses, Carve. Heroic.
Isn't that dangerous?
Thought insertion? Dithering? The Grad Catalan Magistral? It's more than dangerous. It's sad. But at first I had to make a living. Now, when you've seen it all go away like that, rolling off like the sea, and then come back to this...
She gestures at the square, the broken horse monument, the clanging of machines in the distance.
What are we doing here? For thousands of years, Gabriel. It doesn't have to be like this. We can just give up. We can just become a vapor.
What does it look like, the pale?
Like looking into the ocean at night, in the dark.
And...
You cannot see it, but you know it's there. And it's big, bigger than anything. Bigger than all the other things combined.
What does it feel like?
Nothing. Until it starts. When you are deep enough. Then, for me, it's like autumn. Dark, grey and orange. The orange of street lights and the color of streets in the electric light. It smells like autumn too. It smells terrible.
Nostalgia. Cooped up in the cabin, shaking. Terrible nostalgia. For yourself. For humans. It's too much to bear. She loves it.
How do you pass through it?
In the belly of an airship, behind the stair windows. So you don't look straight into it. It's not advised to look into it.
Not on this lorry, then?
No, the same one, a roller. They all are nowadays. Special wheels for connecting to the floor of the hold.
The wheels all small and round. Multi-axle trailers.
One last thing, you said we could just become vapor.
Yes.
I feel I already have what you have, in some way.
They say there is a point. One that I have not crossed. In the Pale, super deep. If you stray too far, of course, on the U41A, or in Lomonosov's land, where every step you take is one step further from home, no matter the direction. It's a point you cannot come back from. Your mind becomes so radiant with the past, there is a flip. Instead of writing, it erases memory, nearing some kind of indescribable finale.
I don't think it's the drinking. I think we've been exposed to something, some pale effect that has wiped our mind.
Maybe you've been down the motorway south?
She looks at her cigarette. It's almost out. She has swallowed it hungrily. Then she looks at you. The motorway south.
It's a story as lone horsemen tell. Lone horsemen, Carve, not Pale drivers. Way beyond the established Pale that's lit by radio frequencies, where it goes silent and dark, and the process begins, erasure, kilometer by kilometer, in any direction. The motorway south is a road you cannot come back from.
What's at the end of the motorway south?
No one knows what's at the end. I've only glimpsed the beginning. I've only felt it in the distance, when I was a child. A child rowing on the lake.
Ma'am?
Josiana.
A sigh escapes her lips, then silence, as she stares within herself.
There is nothing more to do now. She's far away. She is receding in the clutches of some indescribable scattered emotion. A child descending.
You've fried both your brains enough for today, Detective. Let's get some air. This one's far gone.
Motorway south. -1 visual calculus. Ooh, okay. We only got 2 left, we'll think about it. We'll leave it for the moment. I'll have a quick peekaroo up here, see if we've missed anything. Foreign car, kept in good condition.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
I'll look in the window.
The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia. Fumes of heavy fuel oil waft over you, making your eyes sting. The odor mixes with cigarette residue.
What kind of stickers and insignia?
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength,
it's the racist lorry driver's lorry.
Are glued to various panels.
We found the racist lorry driver's lorry.
A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The pendant features a sun crowned with wavy rays.
Yeah.
It is the seal of Royalist era Revachol.
What about the back seat?
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains.
I'll bet there are.
A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Eelmdal in the Lost City of the Pygmies.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
You think the lorry belongs to our tough guy?
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
I wish we could, like, break in or something. Okay, well, let's go talk to...
A Stars Ryko, one of the finest Zhimsk-made motor carriages ever. An oldie, but a goldie.
Who drives these?
Not many people outside of Grad. And Revachol West, too, it appears.
Hey, Kim, check this out.
A Stash Ryko KK2. That's a classic model. Never thought I'd see another one repainted after what happened last time.
Hold on, maybe I can impress Kim. Do I know what happened last time?
No, only that the motor carriage is typically baby blue. The colors of Sigismund the Great, an ancient Zhimsk ruler. His banners were famously zephyr and white. The colors of the Stars Ryko.
Wait. Let me guess what happened last time, Kim. Blue and white are colours of Zimsk. Someone painted it, got a Zimsk mad, and boom. Murder happened?
That's, well, yes, exactly it, more or less. Except it was a crowd of them. Tore him out of the vehicle and ran him over with his own tires. They said it was an honor killing, Hussar style. The Zhimsk community protested the trial, flying the colors. 5,000 came to protest.
Correction. 4,395, the fourth largest public protest of a criminal trial in Revachol.
Hate to correct you, Kim, but only 4,395 people were on that protest.
Is that so, officer? I'll take you at your word.
Who are the Zimps community?
People we are paid to protect. Let's leave it at that.
What'd they sentence the killers to?
4 years for murder in Reunion.
That's not very much.
The perps were remorseful. Their sorry knocked 8 years off the sentence. That's the system.
Kim, could our hangman have been a driver of this car?
Could it be another Stash Ryko murder? Honestly, that just doesn't seem like the type of vehicle our dead guy would drive. So my initial guess is the two are not related.
Interesting. Before we proceed, I've got an opinion on this paint job.
Yes, detective?
I think it looks better brown and black.
Okay. I'm not going to honor kill anyone over this. But I've seen it blue and white. It's much better that way.
Okay, fair enough. I don't mind the brown, actually. Oh no, I am the boring cop. Damn it. Alright, let's go talk to Siling. So to look for boxes. Oh, I think we've seen Siling. He was the one who had all the humanitarian aid items. Yeah, here we go. Let's see what he's got first. Might have something good.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Yeah, right, I'll browse through the box.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places. The box smells like cat piss or like an old person with no money.
Economical, but also trendy. Look firsthand, buy secondhand. Keep the economy moving.
Alright, let's have a look. Something worth salvaging.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport. All in different typefaces.
This sounds like what I need.
This jacket is the apex of human evolution. The moment at which man became weatherproof.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
+1 composure, -1 shivers. Nah.
You see two lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra series.
I can see you've a taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Let's inspect the speakers.
These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable found ultras atop them. A small heat emboss on the veneer reads, "Solidarity aid from the People's Republic of Samara." The speakers themselves don't seem to display any magical qualities.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
Doesn't anyone want speakers, though? I want those speakers.
These, officer? These speakers are Samaran garbage. I'm ashamed to even use them for props. Don't waste your time on them.
Samaran trash? That sounds like they're from the Samaran People's Republic, produced under the dictatorship of the proletariat.
Can't I just buy the sad conquered Samaran speakers?
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Lo-fi socialist junk.
That's why I want them. I think I might be lo-fi socialist junk myself.
No, officer. You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Lucky for you, I've got the best on sale.
You don't know what I want. You don't know what I am. I don't even know it. I want the speakers.
Well, if you want them...
He pauses for a moment, calculating.
But see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground.
That kind of checks out.
If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50 cents?
50 cents for speakers. Okay, let's have a look at the sneakers.
A pair of found ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Classy.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers. Super rare, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
Only? That's madness. Found ultra. Wear the future. You remember the slogan from some magazine.
+1 reaction speed, +1 hand-eye coordination. I'm not spending $50 on sneakers right now. That's insane. Oh, one more box and then we'll talk to Siling.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box. A variety of shapes and colors.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
The vendor takes a pair of sunglasses and sticks them under your nose. Yeah, I'll try them on.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for 2 real and 50 cents.
It's going to be very difficult for anyone to take you seriously with these things on your face.
Okay, well, we're definitely not going to keep these.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
You're right, I'm too sensible for those.
Are you sure? But they look so good on you. You should think this through, officer.
No. +1 electrochemistry, -1 logic. No. Let's rummage through the box.
These are all boring.
Oh, no.
Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun.
Okay, that's no good.
Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils. A UV magnifier.
That's pretty funny.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, Very cool. UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
Let's see if we can find some interesting sunglasses. Ah, I see. A pair of water blue shades. The writing on the left temple says, Sub-insulindic rendezvous. The frame appears to be hand-carved out of bone.
Oh, very interesting choice, officer. Very high culture.
For the first time, the street vendor's voice trails off as he watches you inspect the glasses.
This is how a sea monster sees the world. You've become a sea monster, Harry. Giant, hidden, and strangely tender at heart. All is blue.
Blue is like this, it's a theme. That color blue is a real theme for us.
Alright, but these actually make your vision worse. It's like literally being underwater.
Okay, fair.
Yes, but they also make your soul quiver like jello. So deep.
Wow, officer! You look so cool!
The street vendor has picked up his pace again as you observe the world through deep-sea tinted lenses.
And they can be yours for a mere 3 real. My regular customers have passed them all up because they've got no taste. But you found them.
Kim, what about these?
The lieutenant tilts his head and steps back, eyes narrowed in a thorough examination. It's a case to him.
Oh, yes.
You look like a musician. Like a blind musician. But you could do worse. Take them if you want.
They're always here. I can come back to them whenever I want. Alright, let's talk to Sailing. Hey, friend.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here.
What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer.
Yeah?
You're very cool.
He makes
bang,
both.
Bang, bang, bang.
He makes both hands into finger pistols and fires a few finger bullets in the air. Really? You think I'm cool?
Oh, yes! You got style. You got personal style. You know what you like.
He surveys his consumerist kingdom with an air of satisfaction.
You like premium menswear. Look around and browse. Everything looks cool on a guy like you. Take your time.
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions.
So, Sealing, what's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Tasty, tasty drugs.
I actually don't like drugs.
That's very cool. I don't like drugs either. I only said I do because I didn't want to sound lame. Peer pressure.
Sir, it appears to be true. No drugs in sight. Not in the box of sunglasses or under the speakers.
We're looking for a lorry driver who's transporting drugs out of the harbour. He or she is in this traffic jam.
That's even cooler. You investigating narcotics crimes like that? But I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
Wait, you're not a lorry driver?
A blatant lie, sir.
Oh.
Yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better.
But you are a lorry man. Another driver identified you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right?
It was.
I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
That's very true.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. I'm...
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
Alright, Siling, stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation at the harbour?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd! You know, the drug crowd?
He doesn't want to talk about them. He's afraid.
Who are you afraid of, Siling?
Look, there's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I've spent 15 years working my way up.
It's okay, Siling. We're buddies. Help us out. No one will know it was you.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the Hardy Boys?
Who are these other drivers who talk?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
It's not the pale driver. Could she be associated with the Hardy Boys?
I don't know. I'm not local. I don't know anything about that.
Is the lady driver the old woman back there? Dazed out? Strange?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
It's okay, Siling. I hear you.
It could be. She was strange.
It's okay. It's okay. We're cool now.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you. You deserve it.
I'll look around. Thanks, Siling. No need to bring race into it. Well, I think, look, we could go talk to this guy with the tattoos. This guy here. Yeah, let's talk to this guy.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
I'll keep listening.
From another planet. Hey there.
Hey, what's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
He motions toward the sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You can almost taste it.
What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight, no explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
Limbo. So that's where I am.
Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife.
So how long you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need?
I heard one of the drivers is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know this lady driver?
I don't want to talk about that.
I don't mean to pry, but I need your help. It looks like she may be involved in drug trafficking.
Man, I was hoping she'd catch a break. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore.
Okay.
She isn't some mastermind evildoer. And I don't know where she is.
Who is this person? What's her name?
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the Lady Driver. She kept her name a secret. From me too. Now I see why.
Again, not a lie as far as you can tell.
And who is she to you, Tommy Lehom?
A friend? An acquaintance. I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay?
Could you tell me what she looks like?
A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
What color hair?
Blue and violet.
Huh.
Dyed. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
It's blue. It's always blue.
Then she may have dyed it again.
When did she leave?
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person, I know that much.
We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
I don't believe you.
You said she's troubled. How?
She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
It's not snitching, it's just a few questions.
It's snitching, man. I know what it is.
I was told everyone's afraid of her. You're not?
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Tommy Lahom's a cool guy.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind.
Hold on, her mind?
The way it worked. The trouble it was giving her.
When she left, did she leave her lorry behind?
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
He's right. There are other options. The raceman, for one. Push Tommy and it will break his heart. And his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals.
Ah, fine. I'll drop the matter for now, Tommy.
Thank you, friend. Wow, this makes me feel like I should pick up smoking again. Would help with my rhymes, too.
Didn't we literally just see his character model smoke? Tell me more about this strike.
It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
What's the union demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man.
Ka-ching. Yeah. Anything else I should know?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
But not you.
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He glances down the road toward the horizon, a glint of something in his eyes.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
It's our empathy at the moment. Do we have anything that gives us a pretty good? We could bump it up, I guess. Let's give it a go, and we can bump it up if we need to rejig it.
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
My man, I want to know about your soul. Man, you look sad. What's going on with you?
I'm okay, man. Just... the jams got me down. The fumes, the chemical rainbows, the tarpaulin stretched on the frames and the dull engines off.
Maybe the full-on, direct approach wasn't correct. Damn. It's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and not doing it wrong.
It's so quiet, that one. I'm good for now. Good talk.
Don't be a stranger.
Okay, I don't want to push Tommy Lahom too much. I think that's a good place to wrap up for today, and we'll have a bit of a talk around some of the other lorry drivers, see what we can learn. So, thank you very much. I will see you guys all in the next one. Stay safe, stay well. See you soon.